Can cities solve the housing crisis? They have a lot of power when it comes to building housing because they control the zoning and the permits. But what kind of housing and where it's built can be influenced by who is elected.
Municipalities have no power to build, but they have the power to enable building.
Cities across the province are trying to increase density to meet the demand, but there's a trade-off to that development. Westmount, for example, just approved a plan that would allow for a contentious redevelopment project that includes 4 20-story residential towers. The portion of the land that is city-owned are these parking spaces. The rest of the properties are owned by different private sector partners.
It's right beside a metro station. It's right beside St. Catherine Street, and it is not the best use of public land. And right now, with the housing crisis, there's a screaming need for finding room for housing.
Building more units is one thing, but municipalities say they need more family-type units and fewer solo condos to make a dent in demand. Montreal already has a fair number of townhouses and triplexes, but experts say the suburbs should also be thinking about density and moving away from single-family homes. That means thinking about where you put housing. Along the REM station here in Pointe Claire, you can build more housing near public transit, which will also impact the city's other priorities like reducing the number of cars on the road. Or you can save the forest.
That would be the biggest sort of mistake of the REM if it doesn't increase the sort of density around the stations and attract people who want to use that mode of transport to get into downtown and elsewhere.
The mayoral candidates in this election have different visions for the area, but there is community support and opposition for both plans.
So what I say is, why not find a win-win situation where we protect the forest and develop nearby at the part that's already asphalt and protect the quality of life of the citizens and future generations.
In Quebec, citizens actually have power, so much power they can actually block projects if they have enough support. The project in Westmount had some opposition because people worried it would ruin the character of the municipality. And even though it passed through council, the plan could change after the elections, depending on who citizens vote in. So for housing to actually be built, you need to survive any zoning debate, ideally have support from citizens, and make sure it's in the right place. Then the permit. Experts say all these things are slowing down how many housing projects get the green light. Montreal is trying to speed up the construction permit process to address the lag in building more housing. This year, it set a 120-day goal to approve projects that don't require any special permits. Cities have the power to make these processes faster. Just how quickly more housing gets built ultimately depends on who you elect.